no rush, no anger, just kind of live and let live.
So have you ever been to anywhere in the Pacific area, like, Japan or China, Philippines, anything like that?
Philippines, yes, but that's it. That's next year. That's going to be on the bucket list. So we'll be looking at um, Bali, Vietnam, maybe Thailand. I'd love to get into maybe mainland China
Mhm.
and see what that's all about. Um, and then I we haven't done much in the Baltic states either. So we'll see if we can get some of that um on the list either next year or the year after.
That would be so cool. I mean, there's been an insurgence of people that are going to Thailand, Vietnam, the
Mhm.
Philippines, Singapore. You're starting to see
Yeah.
that a lot more now. It's become kind of a tourist hotspot, and from what I see, it's some of the most beautiful landscape in the world.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Asian culture. Um, they they do their best to live in harmony with the land instead of dominating and just extracting out of it. And they also are keepers of it. If they're going to plant a tree, they're not only going to plant it, but they are going to manicure it. It is going to be pristine and just something that it's a tree, but you just find yourself standing there for 10 minutes staring at it, right? um so that's something that I'm looking forward to, because many places in the world that's not the case. They don't
Yeah.
look to make art in deities of the local landscape.
So where do we see you in the next 5 years? I mean, you have come so far in life, and you're such a role model to people. I mean, I would have no problem ever just having a kid that's saying that they're hard on their luck or something bad, sit down across from you and just be inspired by everything that you've been through. Your parents were incarcerated, you lost your father at a young age, you weren't able to finish college, and now you're a successful business person, you're an author, and you've traveled around the world. I mean, you have broke every barrier that has been put in front of you. Now, what do we have to see more? Not that you have more to accomplish, but like, where do we see you going in the future?
um Obviously lots more travel. My bucket list goal is to step foot in every single country on the planet before I kick the bucket. So a lot of travel. But one of my main goals and purposes in life, I have this mission called 100x impact. And my goal is to empower 100 entrepreneurs to make six figures in a year. I'm sorry, 1,000 entrepreneurs to make six figures in a year, and 100 entrepreneurs to make $1 million in a year. Um, so the next couple of years are going to be laser focused on that, is pouring into others and helping them make their dreams come true to the tune of six and seven figures. That's a big thing. But I'm also expanding, my companies. I have three companies now, and I'm planning on spending a lot of time in Africa. There is enormous amounts of opportunity there, and amazing people, just, salt of the earth, good people. They do honest days work for honest days pay. I remember, to get off topic real quick, um, I accidentally sent, or at least my employee thought I did, her pay twice, and she called me in tears. And I'm like, what's going on? She said, it looks like you sent me my paycheck twice. I said, well, why are you crying? She said, well, I didn't want you to think that I was taking your money. And I was just like, wow, if that were someone in the States,
You would have never saw that money again.
ever. Um, so just amazing people. So I plan to spend a lot of time building businesses in, Kenya and Ghana, South Africa, Zambia, maybe even Ethiopia, um, and just taking whatever crazy idea I can come up with and trying to put it out into the world and add some value to people.
That's such an amazing story that you've been through. I mean, I'm just mind blown. I'm without words. Really, I'm without words. And to see somebody come this far in life, and if you could go back in time and talk to, a young Arias
Mhm.
before the success, before the marketing business, before, being able to travel, what would you tell yourself?
Um, I would probably tell myself it's never as bad as you think it is, and it's never as good as you think it is. My life has been a constant test of mental toughness, resilience, ingenuity, and just um, do you really want this as bad as you say you do? And what I've realized, I'm 40 now. What I've realized is it's been an up and down. I've made a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. I've had a lot of friends, lost a lot of friends, had
Yep.
businesses, lost them. Um, at the highest highs, it's never as good as you think it is. And at the lowest lows, it's never as bad as you think it is. And if you can realize that tomorrow is a new day, it's a new opportunity for you to reach for your dreams, for you to, um, contribute to the world and to people's lives. If you realize that no matter what you're going through, no matter how bleak today or the outlook seems, you'll always get through. You'll always end up on top.
Yeah, it's really, take one day at a time. You got to take one
Mhm.
day at a time, man, because people spend too much time worrying about what's going to happen a year from now, but look at the problem in front of you, or look at not even the problem, look at what you got going on in front of you and count your blessings. Because what do they say? The cemetery is full of people that were pushing their dreams off till tomorrow or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, the cemetery is full of amazing ideas.
So, and wrapping it up, I have one last question for you. Who goes to the Super Bowl this year?
Cowboys, baby. Cowboys are going all the way. Uh, we'll see if that's actually true. I'm gonna put it out into the universe, and maybe they'll be kind.
Will it to yourself. Will it to yourself.